is doing is going into very deeper level of this karma yoga,
Mm.
and he finds himself totally at calm and peace. His lifestyle has changed. So let us do some simple practice for 15-20 minutes, and then we will talk about it. So the last practice that I gave you, if you do it regularly, that is good. And this practice you should be doing before you sleep.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Eyes are closed, and find out the most comfortable position of your body. So just check that you are looking at the neck joint, but you're looking little deeper into the neck joint. Or if I say, ask the mind to explore the root of the neck joint. What is our goal? Our goal is to move the mind within, change the direction. Mind is already obsessed with the world outside, with trillions of impressions, and inside. So when you look at the root of the joint, you feel sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Pay attention and be very clear. The body we are using as a means to move the mind within, like the cars that we use to cover a distance. Move the mind on the shoulder joints, be there. Feel the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And move the mind on the hip joint, be there. Feel the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. You're looking deep inside, means the mind wants to know from where the root joint starts. What it means? It's metaphorically, we are moving the mind within by changing its direction. If you are aware of this statement, the mind naturally starts settling down and experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. The entire body. So when you are looking at the entire body, look at all the joints, especially every time we look at the joint, go deeper. Neck joint, shoulders, elbows, wrist, fingers. You know, sometimes when I name the part of the body, you feel some sensation instantly erupts. That is a good sign. Hip joint, knees, ankles, toes, and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Now you are looking inside the forehead. It's a reference point again. See what exactly we want and what is the practice. The instruction appears to be different than the result that we want to achieve. But that is the way, because the mind and sense organs cannot see the real self. So we are looking inside the forehead in the space. Now, in the same space, you have the thoughts, feeling, and emotions. Thoughts, feeling, and emotions. Very good. So the space is also there, and the thoughts, feeling, and emotions are also there. How come, like the sky and the birds flying in the sky? The sky is always everywhere. The space is everywhere, and you have couple of those thoughts. You are simply watching the space as well as the thought, feeling, and emotions. I think I made it clear. So that helps the mind to become relatively free from the thoughts. Birds are independent of the thoughts. No, birds are independent of the sky, so the thoughts are independent of the space inside the mind. And if I'm aware of both the space and thought comes, feeling comes, emotion comes, but you recognize that they are different from the space. Why I said so? Because you can easily separate the contents of the mind from the mind, the content and the container. The tumbler is different and separate from the water. So the space is separate from the thoughts, feeling, and emotions, whatever comes to the mind. Simple. Very good. And now, moving to the next step. This gives you, because the mind has moved within, mind is living within, it manifests in the body in the form of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So look at the head and the neck, be there, feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right arm, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So it is not intellectually, but you experience the stillness, you experience the sensation. The goal is that mind continues to live within. Why? To awaken within. Left arm, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The entire middle portion of the body, your mind is feeling, and you experience the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The mind goes to the right leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. I told you, because the mind is living within, it manifests, it expresses itself. Mind has 50 thoughts at the same time. We say it is a monkey mind. It is a manifestation. Same way, mind is living within, it manifests in the form of not a monkey mind. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So in our daily life, we can have That understanding with an experience, it will save you from lot of fear and anxiety and duality. Move the mind on the left leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Now, now the real practice begins. These are all the preparatory steps we want to help the mind to continue to live within, so that we can help the mind to go little deeper. So now look at the breath. The breath goes in and out. You are watching the breath in the state of the stillness in the body. Very good. So at the outer level, the body, sensation, relaxation, and stillness continues throughout the practice. You are looking at the breath. So you explore the breath. Breath is going in and out. Good. Breath is moving and body is still. You feel the sensation of the breath inside the nose when it goes in and comes out. Very good. Now, you start breathing little, deep, silent, and slow. Make sure that there is no noise of the breath. The breath is going in into the belly and then into the rib cage. The breath comes out. So check that the rhythm of this breath is equal. Inhalation and exhalation is equal. Because the mind is engaged on the breath, so mind continues to live within. Very good. Continue. So it is deep. When deep means silent and slow. So when it is slow and the deep, the breath is longer, and when it is silent, you are able to maintain your awareness inside. I'm just giving you each and every explanation. So when you listen every day, you'll realize that, oh, this is why you said. Now on the track, the breath is a track. Inhalation and exhalation, it is deep, silent, and slow. Om Namah Shivaya. There are three words. Om, mentally say Om Namah Shivaya. Namah means I am not. What I am not? I am not the ego. Body, breath, mind, intellect. Then what I am? Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva is pure consciousness. So what you do, you have to place this mantra on each inhalation and each exhalation. So the moment the breath starts going in, mentally, Om Namah Shivaya. And during exhalation also mentally, Om Namah Shivaya. Because I'm demonstrating, I'm speaking, I'm saying it loudly. I can only say Om Namah Shivaya during exhalation. When I exhale. So when I say Om Namah Shivaya, I'm doing it, and you do it with me mentally during inhalation. And then I will inhale. In that inhale, you do it with exhalation. And then again I will say, so that in that way you will get a rhythm. So I want you to catch that rhythm with the mantra. So while exhaling, I will say Om Namah Shivaya, and you say it during inhalation. And your exhalation, you say by yourself, and during that period, I will inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 During exhalation, you are saying Om Namah Shivaya mentally, and then I join you. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. And now just remain as it is, normal breath. Let us see, this is a primary step of this meditation. I'm just beginning, and then we'll go deeper. You look inside the head in the space. Become aware of the space. And in that space, you gently say, Om. Again, you go to the space. Namaha. And Namaha with a meaning that I am not this body-mind complex. So after Namaha, we give a space where you are aware that I am not body-mind complex. After that, you say Shiva. Shiva is a pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is beyond the perception of the senses and the mind. That is pure awareness. Om is also the pure consciousness. Om is a symbolic expression of the real self. So let us first look into the space with Om Namaha Shivaya. So after each word of the mantra, you wait for an awareness or a knowledge and understanding. Then you say the second word and then the third. Om Namah Shivaya. Continue. Remember, first begins with the space inside the head. The space may be emptiness or blankness. And there you are dropping. Om. Again, there is a space. Very good. Then, Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. You will discover a kind of absorption takes place, and that is what we need in the very beginning. And I'll make this meditation very powerful as we move ahead. Continue. Om Namaha Shivaya. Now do nothing for a while. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You are absorbed deeper within, no thought is disturbing you.
Yeah, no.
That is very good. So I have already recorded and saved the file of this practice separately. So I'll be sending you the two files. So I said it is a mantra meditation, and so that initially you start doing it every day before going to the bed.
Okay.
Okay. We have trillions of impressions, past impression, as we know, memory. So sometimes people say it's a memory bank. Sometimes people say it is the past impression, and there is a storehouse in the mind of these impressions. I'm answering you the question that why we get upset, why we have the anxiety, why we experience the pleasure. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're looking at your laptop, yes. So those impressions are already present. Now you wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning and your mind has a thought that you are upset or you are scared. It has come from the past impression. It has come from the past storehouse. So the first step, we should understand those past impressions are already stored as a memory house. They are known as tendencies also, and these tendencies move to the second step during the waking state. So that waking state is known as the sankalpa and the vikalpa. What it means? It means imagined or projected pleasure or happiness in the world outside, along with fear, along with doubt, along with alternatives. You will go to the party, you find a beautiful girl, and now the sankalpa started. Oh, she looks good, she is very good. Your mind said, now the moment your mind says she is good natured, she is good, imagine happiness. At the same time, you also have alternatives. If she talks to me or not, sankalpa vikalpa. And this happens in the mind so fast that we are unaware of it. But these impressions have come from the past, impression already stored in the mind. That is why I have an imagined and projected happiness. That beautiful girl did not say you imagine happiness in me. It has come from your own mind. Second step done. Now this or projected happiness with alternatives repeats in the mind maybe millions of times, of which we are not aware. We only become aware when there is a desire to talk to that girl. Did you understand this? You start the engine of a car and it is in a parking gear, but it is ready. So now you put it on the D. D means drive, D means desire. Did you understand?
Is the thought the problem, or is it the acting on the thought that's the problem?
That's a beautiful question. And answer yourself. I'm explaining the entire principle and then you answer your question to me. Okay. I said past impressions are already present. Those impressions are positive and negative. Those impressions are impressions of seeking pleasure from the world outside. There are millions. There is a fear deposited in that impression. There is anxiety, there is anger, there is attraction, everything. Now, in a waking state, though that tendency creates the second stage, sankalpa and the vikalpa, imagined and projected happiness with alternatives. Now, this imagined or projected happiness repeats in the mind millions of times, of which I am not aware. I am only aware when a thought contains the desire to talk to that girl enters into my mind. Now, did you get the answer of your question?
Yeah.
So the first, those tendencies, those impressions, which impression will pop up and create the sankalpa, I don't know. Because they are unconscious. There is a storehouse of impression. And second is just a flash. Oh, look at the beauty. Sankalpa. But I take it lightly. But the mind is undergoing a process. It has created the imagined, it has created a projected happiness with alternatives. Now my mind says, what a beauty. Oh, yes, what a beauty, then it's okay. No, mind says no. Talk to her. Now there is a desire. Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. That happens to every desire in the world that we live every day. This happens to at least minimum thousands of times. So, thousands of times, and the Sankalpa Vikalpa has millions of repetitions. I'm constantly accumulating the crazy stuff in my mind every day that causes the impurity of the mind.
Mm.
We have to purify this mind. No, but why to purify? How to understand that purification? So now the desire has been created. Now that desire in a thought associated with an emotion of pleasure or happiness.
Can I just stop? Can we just stop right there for a sec? Because I think this is important for me.
Okay.
It's really it's really powerful. If I'm understanding what you're saying, like
Yes, yes, very understand, very powerful. You rightly
I think
understood.
I think that like a lot of like my ignorance has always been like, so is this like for instance like if I see a new car, I can admire the beauty of a new car, but yet I shouldn't go out and try to spend money and go buy that same car for a feeling. Or like if I see these new clothes that look really nice, I can admire that, but I don't need to go have that. And I think a lot of my suffering has always been trying to obtain something and not just being able to admire something. There's so much suffering in that.
I touched your core of your personality today.
Yeah.
So not only now you understand, you have to go slowly to understand this entire process. So we have the three steps. First step, past impressions of which I am not aware. I say, what a beauty. And mind says, then what? If you said what a beauty. No, no problem. But behind that statement, there is an imagined pleasure or happiness.
Yeah.
And that repeated millions of times, and that now the mind says, let me talk to her. And or let me go to this dealer and see what kind of a car it is, what kind of, so your desire of likes have already pushed you to reach to that dealer or reach to that girl. Done. Now the, because of the likes or dislikes, sometimes we want to avoid, that is also a projected pain. I want to avoid this event or this person to avoid my projected pain. So it happens with the likes and dislikes. Fourth step. Now what happens? Fourth step, it has a strong likes and dislikes. Now, now you go to the dealer to see the car, but your pocket or otherwise, it doesn't allow you. You have an alternative in your thought. Wait, okay, no, why should I buy it? So now what happens? The fourth step, when there is a desire pops up in my mind, pay attention. Desire is fulfilled. You have a pleasure, but that pleasure is imagined. Your desire is not fulfilled, you get upset. That upset includes maybe fear or anxiety or stress. So, from one desire, you created two things in your mind: desire fulfilled, imagine pleasure; desire not fulfilled, anxiety or agitation in the mind. So these three together creates a delusion in you. No, I have already seen this card. It's so beautiful. It has got so many things, and now your mind is traveling in the imagined pleasure. If I have it, then it will be good. You reach your home, you prepare a cup of coffee, and you sit again, and your mind is thinking again about that card. Oh my goodness, you have created a delusion. Now the delusion says you, if you own this car or so-called the beautiful girl, delusion says you must own it. So you have a sense of pride, and the ego also comes into act. And that pride or the ego internally, it is happening internally. And that ego says, ah, when I drive this car, my neighbor will see. So you have a kind of jealousy also. They are the six enemies. Again, understand. First, the past impression of which I am not aware, the memory bank or the storehouse. I wake up in the morning, my sense organs are open to the world of objects, of sound, of taste, anything. It may happen with the pasta, it may happen with any food or any cloth or any object or any person. So that is the second stage, the sankalpa and the vikalpa. And we hardly take care notice of them. Now it has been repeated millions of times, it has created a groove in the impression that takes the form of a desire. Third stage. Now this desire extends itself into imagined pleasure. If the desire is fulfilled, it conceives. Oh, I talked to this girl. Let me talk to her again. Or let me take the phone number. My goodness. Let me take the phone. Why you take the phone number? You already know it. Your mind knows it. Oh, I remember a couple of years ago you have asked me to give me someone's phone number. I didn't have it. Yes. So, so I recognized at that time, but I did not tell you. I said, okay, what's the problem with me? You take it. So you see, third stage is the only single desire, but now the single desire has five more siblings. What are those siblings? You have a thought in the mind: desire fulfilled, I will get a pleasure. Desire is not fulfilled, I have an hesitation. And these three will cause the delusion. The delusion will cause the pride, and ultimately, pride has a jealousy. These six enemies are created. Now, you are living with the six enemies, whether you say, I have a total self control, I don't mind it, I simply talk to that, I simply went to the dealer to see the car. No, you have already created a lot of hesitation in the mind.
Yeah.
It is going to manifest at the next stage. So these are known as the six enemies, and they result into impure states of the mind that I discussed, I think, few times. What are those impure states of the mind now? Impure states: the strong likes and dislikes mind, money mind, monkey mind, sheep mind, cognitive biased mind, and what else? Rationalized mind, angry and stress mind. So you can categorize that during your last week, how many types of the mind manifested in you. So the impure states of the mind has manifested. Fear mind, anxiety mind. Now you see at the fifth level, my goodness. Oh, I have a strong likes and dislikes mind. I have, oh my goodness. Now what happens? They reflect in the symptoms of anxiety, fear, duality, disturbed sleep, and a long list. I covered very briefly on the seminar, but now I explain to you because I thought it is better to explain to you in a better way. So it means, no, I'm anxious, and I blame that I'm anxious because of you. No, you are anxious because of this entire process has taken place in your mind because of the impurities already present, of which I'm not aware.
Are we born with impurities, or do the impurities come as we live through the world?
As if I live habitually, unconsciously, impulsively, and seeking the pleasure from the world, these impurities will continue to accumulate.
Yeah.
Simple answer. I am living unconsciously. Unconsciously means that I like you. Please come with me, honey. So I have started creating the impurities in my mind because there is no pleasure outside. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I see the imagined pleasure. I see the projected happiness. So the question comes, should I not like anything? Should I not dislike anything? No, liking is good, but having a desire based on the liking and disliking is bad. I may like anything. I may like your house. I may like your anything. So I appreciate, I adore it. But at the same time, I'm not unconscious. I don't allow the mind to project happiness. I tell my mind, don't try to acquire, don't try to possess, don't try to go beyond your limit. And then you live with your likes and dislikes. Finished. The answer is done. But it is not possible. Why it is not possible? Trillions of those impressions, the storehouse is already there. It constantly triggers you, either in this direction or that direction. So, in this direction, as long as she was talking to me, I'm very happy. Now she stopped talking, and you told me, now you move into another direction. At least she should send me the message. Those impressions are not going to leave you unless you purify the mind.
Yeah.
I'm giving I'm reminding you of your own your experiences.
Yeah.
And then I'm frustrated because I'm living unconsciously and habitually. I'm frustrated. So my mind says, okay, if she is not, then let me find another one. No, you have to find the cause of your displeasure, which is happening in your mind, not outside. So that is why I tease people when they say I I married for happiness and then I divorced for happiness, and then I remarry for happiness. Did you find the happiness in the marriage? No, I'm not against the marriage, but did you find so that happiness or is imagined? Because of that you had a desire. Because of that desire, your mind stimulated you of sensuality. And because of the sensuality you see the pleasure in the opposite sex. And then your mind said, okay, follow the social norm, get married. So now your impure mind is only looking for a pleasure from the opposite sex. Your mind constantly looks the other person as an object of pleasure. And this is happening unconsciously all the time. So when now from that object you don't get the pleasure.
What about when people tell you like that they're not suffering or that they are happy? Like that one guy on Saturday, he said that he was happily married 24/7, and I was like, I don't believe it.
You need not to believe it. Why? Because some people are extra intelligent, over intelligent, and they hide their they hide their reality.
Mm.
So so when you my master used to use the word uh, happiness without spirituality is a hypocrisy. Real
Hap-
happiness
Happiness without spirituality is hypocrisy.
is hypocrisy. So I already have a lot of conflict, but at the same time, I have lot of conflict in me. But I'm super intelligent. I rationalize through the intellect, and I have total control over my behavior. And then I say, I'm happy. I'm happily married. I give you another example that happened in India. This guy is a politician. He was a bureaucrat and he became a politician. He criticized all the rest of the politicians in the country, vehemently criticized. He developed such a big ego that he is the only person who is honest politician in India. Pay attention. This is I started giving this example. Now 10 years have passed. He did some scam. His mind never believes that he is dishonest. He is caught in the scam. He is behind the bar. And still he is saying he is honest.
Hmm.
You have such a strong delusion in your mind that I am happily married for 20 years.
Oh, they just end up believing their own delusion.
So I am living in my own delusion. I did not say anything because it was a seminar. I should have asked, can you define happiness first before you tell me that you're no, that's not. We do not challenge. We teachers do
Of
not.
course.
We do not challenge. So if I know happiness is a state of the consciousness which is independent of anything, any relations, any condition outside. So if I have realized that state of happiness in me, I can say I'm happily married. There is no problem. Why? Because my happiness does not depend on that relationship,
Mm.
whether I'm married or divorced or single. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
And that can only happen when the mind is pure. So when what we experience in our daily life, my friend, what we experience in our daily life, what we experience, money mind, huh? We experience the money mind, then we experience, monkey mind, we experience the sheep mind, we experience, sometimes we are stuck. That no, I'm not going to do it, you do it. Come on, calm down. Money mind, rationalizing mind, cognitive bias mind. So he rationalized the happiness and he said, yes, I'm happy. Rationalized mind, stressed and angry mind, likes and dislikes mind. So just go through it. Mood swing mind, upset mind, fear mind, etc., etc. Now I don't recognize that my mind has converted into these different impure states of the mind. What I notice, I have an anxiety. You told me I have fear. I don't recognize that with different pure states, impure states of the mind. I simply recognize the symptoms. And with those symptoms, I go to the doctor.
Mm.
Now, see such a beautiful analysis of how the desire traps us and puts us into a delusion, and we continue to live with the impurities of the mind, and we continue to suffer in our life. Think the entire process. If I repeat it, into what is the entire process? Entire process starting from the storehouse. You can say warehouse of the mind.
Yeah.
And from the warehouse means anything and everything is there, good and bad, everything is there. And from that, I wake up in the morning, I start living my life unconsciously, and then I have a sankalpa and the vikalpa in the second stage. Oh, this is so good. Let me have it. So, second stage, I get attracted. Third stage, the desire is created. From the desire, I have the 6 factors: desire fulfilled, desire not fulfilled. I have those alternatives in my mind. If she agrees to talk to me, if she says no, what will happen to me? Why I am upset even if she says no? What will happen if I don't have that car which I have seen, which I adore? Where is the problem? The problem coming from the first, the warehouse. Warehouse, sankalpa and the vikalpa, desire third, and the desire creates its own siblings. What are the siblings of desire? The greed, hesitation, delusion, pride, jealousy. It is already created. I have yet to fulfill my desire. And because of this, it has resulted into the impure states of the mind. I have listed. You can add little more based reflecting on your life. And I don't care. No, I'm so calm. And suddenly I get upset and angry. Suddenly my mood swings. Suddenly I have a fear. Come on. Why? Why? I don't question from where. And if I answer in delusion, I find the external factors. You told me. I was taking my dog to the walk and I was scared. Delusion.
No, that was when we first met. You remember that? Wow.
Yes, I remember almost everything.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, so I know we have to go pretty soon, but I wanted to, I was listening to this Alan. Sometimes when I walk, I'll listen to old Alan Watts, and he was talking. You know how you brought up the metaphor about he liked to bring up the metaphor that like the wave cannot exist without the ocean, just like I cannot exist without the space. So the two are really hand in hand, right? So like I cannot exist without the space.
Okay.
So like remember when Jimmy he asked you on Saturday, he goes, "Why should I care about the world?" Wouldn't the right answer be like you cannot exist without the world? So like he asked like why I should care about it, but it's like you can't exist without it.
Yes, as a body-mind complex, as a social entity, I cannot exist without that real self or the space or the consciousness. So, second thing is that why I have a thought, I did not answer because he's quite young. So sometimes you have to avoid it. The moment you are asking, why should I care, you are already caring. You are already attached to the world. You are already attached to the world. So people come to me, should I marry and do not marry because I am practicing meditation? I said, leave everything, get married. You have a doubt. And that doubt supports the marriage. That is why you are asking a question to me.
Yeah.
So when the Jimmy asks, why should I care about the world? You are already taking care of the world. You know what to talk to you.
Yeah.
So why to talk? Yes. So, what the last point that I want to make it, that is why we are undergoing a structured, systematic, organized study of the Eastern wisdom step by step to reach to that state. It
Of
is
course.
like, it is like you want to do a PhD in nuclear physics. So you have to do it step by step, step by step. You do the bachelor's, undergraduate, and then you do the master's, and then you take admission, and then you can do the nuclear, enter into the nuclear physics.
Correct.
So that is why normally people do not understand that why we should go structured, systematic, organized learning of the Eastern wisdom to reach to that state.